Hi guys, Ange here. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of my very simple filming setup and my makeup area / walk-in wardrobe. Now before we get into the video guys, I just want to say welcome and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join me. I like to share beauty tips and reviews and other interesting things that are aimed at the more mature woman because I strongly believe that we can still be fab over 50. Now if that sounds like you, please consider subscribing by clicking on the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you are notified of any upcoming videos. I spent about a month a little while ago resetting up my daughter's bedroom because she had headed out of town for university, and I played around with different setups, different lighting, and got it to just how I wanted. And then of course coronavirus hit us and everything locked down, and she came home from uni and my lovely little space I had was gone. But I would much rather have her home than have a filming space, so we work with it. So I decided today that I would show you my filming setup in my bedroom, and this is what I had prior to trying to set up in her room. We are very fortunate that I have huge windows in front of me for natural light, but I've learnt the hard way that there's too much light coming in, so I have to pull my curtains down or my blinds down, and I do use a ring light. I was just finding the lighting way off when I had all the natural light coming in. So I thought, well, seeing as this is what I have been using ever since we moved here nearly 2 years ago, I would show you how I film. It's pretty basic, and I do have to set up and then take it all down when I'm finished because it is right in the walking space of going to the bathroom. So I am showing you that, and I'm also showing you my makeup setup, which is in my, to me, very small walk-in wardrobe. Now to others it might be a dream wardrobe. I was really spoilt when after the earthquakes we got to rebuild our home, and one of the first things that was on my list of things I really wanted was a walk-in wardrobe, and so I designed a beautiful walk-in wardrobe. It was long and narrow, so it didn't take up a lot of room in the house, but the way it was designed was, it was roomy, it was well laid out, and I loved it. So when I come here, even though we do have some beautiful pluses in this house, we have a beautiful view, it's a beautiful neighborhood, lovely location, I lost my wardrobe that I had always wanted, and so I now have a very square wardrobe that I've lost about 1.2 meters in space and storage space in there, and the way it's configured in a square is quite difficult to maneuver around, and I have bought several very affordable bits of furniture to go in there to house all my makeup and to sort of give me a makeup area that I can be happy with, because in my last house my husband made me a lovely little corner in our bedroom with shelves and a mirror, and it was perfect, and I'm really struggling to find that little niche here. And I finally bought a piece of furniture that I think works in this little room perfectly, houses all of my makeup, so I wanted to show you that. In the big scheme of things with doing YouTube, I don't have a lot of makeup for what I do. However, I have a heck of a lot more makeup than any of the people I personally know in my circle, because they're not into the makeup and everything the way I am, which is why I started my YouTube channel. I have met some beautiful, wonderful people through this channel that are really into their makeup and beauty as much as I am, and it's really wonderful to share those experiences with you. So although I feel it's a smallish collection of makeup for doing YouTube channels. I don't really want to go outside of the size that I have because it's manageable, and if it was to grow any more, I wouldn't get the use out of it. Even now I struggle to get the full use out of all of my palettes. I do regularly move stuff on either to my daughter or to friends so that I try and keep it to a manageable size collection. So without further ado, let's check out what I've got going on.
Okay guys, so I've had to shut the windows because it was so bright in here. But I film in my bedroom at the moment, and I normally have those blinds open, but if it's too bright I have to shut them, and today is a super sunny day and you can see what will happen if I do go to the open windows. So when I'm filming, I do sometimes on a bright day have to shut all the blinds, and then I use my ring light. I do have a light up there if I'm filming at night to try and light up the background because it can look dark. So I just set up here in my room. I've had to improvise with a little table I have here, and I've added a glass top from our outdoor coffee table. I use a reflector for your windscreen that I got from the $2 shop. It was only $3, so that's for bouncing my light. And then my little pussy asleep on the bed, and I just sort of set up a background here just so that it's not all bland in the background of my video. Now here I have just cleared out my summer only dresses and tops to pack away in a suitcase to give me some more room in my walk-in robe. Now my walk-in robe is really little, but I have to utilise it as my wardrobe and my makeup area as well. So heading in to my walk-in robe and the light. So what I did, I have spent nearly the 2 years being here trying to work out how to utilise this small space to fit all our clothing as well as my makeup area, and I think I finally got the right combination. So my wardrobe, after it having its clean out for my curated closet sort of mini challenge to myself. And what I did is I've purchased, and I don't know if you can see that very well, I've purchased a hall table, and it's like a console table and it fits in here really well. I have a little wee $10 stool, and this fits all of my makeup collection. I have this really amazing mirror here by Ricky Loves Ricky, and I've got a video on this. So my brushes, this is my entire brush collection, and I wish I could afford to have all the Wayne Goss and Sonia G brushes, but I have a mixture of affordable and the odd lusted after brushes. The drawers are really roomy, and I have got all of my foundations, concealers, brow products and powders in this drawer. And I did put my own knobs on here, and I know I've got a spare one here. I got these from Zara Home when I was in Australia. We don't have a Zara store here in Christchurch, so when I was on holiday a couple of years ago in Australia I got these, and that's what I've updated on the drawers there. Now in this drawer here I have lipsticks, eyeliners, my small eyeshadow palettes and just some random stuff at the back like lash glue, some cream eye colours, etc. And then underneath I have the entirety of my palette collection down there, and I'm so pleased that it fits there. My goal is that it doesn't grow any bigger, and that if it gets to its overflowing, then I have to have a cull and keep it to this amount. My space just doesn't allow for me to grow it much bigger, and it's unnecessary as well. I mean, I'm having trouble getting through a lot of these products anyway, so I do like to move things along. My daughter is usually the recipient, but I also have friends as well. Now, looking around my room, here are all my handbags. I know it's not best practice to have them not in their dust bags, but I have found in the past, if I did have them in dust bags, I didn't sort of use them because they were hidden away. As I've shown in another video, all my necklaces I have on little wee 3M hooks so that they're easy to get to. I have my watches and sunnies and things like that in this little drawer. So there's my accessories, my jewellery is in this drawer, and so everything's on hand to be able to access. So I have more handbags over here, and then just the other night I put another hook on the wall to house my sun hats. And then I just have my little stool that is tucked away for sitting in front of my makeup area, and if I have to reach up and get to the top. These are all of my shoes. I love my shoes, and they are double stacked in there to fit them all in. My sort of boot collection, you can't really see very well in there, but my boot collection as well. And so the stool comes in handy if I want to get up the top. I have little makeup bags up there and packing cubes and other bits and pieces. And these shoes up the top here, they are embellished shoes that I like to keep in their boxes, and I've just got photos. Let's see if I can zoom in. Photos on the box so that I know which shoes are in there. So that's my makeup area come walk-in wardrobe, and so far, after all the different bits and pieces I've had in here to try and make it work, this has been the best setup, so I'm rather happy with it. And I don't know if you noticed, I also, before I tried putting anything in here for makeup, the first thing I did was put a massive mirror on the wall there for getting ready, and I've probably put it in the wrong place now that I have a table in front of it. I probably should have put it on a smaller one on that wall there, but it is what it is, and everything fits in, so yay! So just coming over to this area as well, I just put my camera in the middle of my ring light there, and I'm obviously using the camera at the moment to film, and the camera I use is a Canon 80D, and I'm really happy with it. I have my notebook here, and I am also getting ready to, see now it's getting too bright to show you, I have a nice fluffy blanket there that I like to do my flat lays on, so a job that I've got later today is to take some photos for my Instagram account. Okay, so now this is the reality of my little filming area with my ring light, my little makeup mirror in the front. I have got the makeup I'm going to use in this little box. my brushes, the palette I'm going to use today, stacking up my laptop so I can actually see what's going on, and then my camera goes in the middle of the ring light. So that is my setup, and then I have to pack it all away when I'm finished.
Okay guys, as I said, a very simple setup, and for a YouTuber, a humble collection, but it is a collection of makeup I absolutely love, and I might not get to much of it as often as I'd like, but I do play with my makeup really on a daily basis. Probably not so much in lockdown, but generally I do wear my makeup every day and I like playing with it. And I have to say, today there was a small family incident and I didn't want to film. I wasn't in the mood. It sort of put me off, and I really had to dig deep to carry on filming because it was my plan today. And I feel 1,000 times better after putting on my makeup and playing with what makes me happy. I feel 1,000 times better. Now, in saying that, to all you mothers out there, I'd like to ask, the issue that I had today that had me hopping mad, because normally I keep very quiet about these sorts of things, but I purchase things for my own use that I take very good care of, that last for many, many years, and I might not use them all the time, but when I want that item, I want to know that I can go to the garage or to the cupboard and get that item that I bought for me, and it's in the condition I left it in, and I can use it whenever I want. I'm finding more and more that as I'm trying to do some more activity, certain items I have in the fitness arena are being used by the children, or they've been altered. In particular, I have a road bike and they've pinched parts of it and they think it's okay to help themselves, and an expensive helmet that I bought is being used by one of them, and I don't want to use it now when they sweat. And I mean, I know they're family, but that was mine. I'd really like to hear from you guys. Do you have the same problem? I know you're supposed to share your things with your loved ones, but there are some things that when I invest in something, it's mine. When I want to use it, I want to go and use it, and I know that I look after my things, and when I go back to use it, it's going to be in exactly the same condition it was when I left it there. And I got grumpy today because that's not the case with a lot of my things, and my bike was the last straw. It really was today. And Mummy had a hissy fit, and that hissy fit led to me deciding I didn't want to film, but kicked myself in the butt because it was in the diary of what I was going to do today, and I'm glad I did because I feel better. I'm still unhappy about my road bike, but we'll have a discussion about that later when maybe I'm not so grumpy, and sort of lay the ground rules down of what's mum's is mum's. I mean, I share a lot of other things. I'm quite happy to share lots of things, but there are just certain items that I know that if I wanted to replace them, I wouldn't be in a position to be able to replace them. So I want those things to be mine. Is that selfish, or does anyone else feel that way? I'd love to hear your feedback. Okay guys, went totally off topic there, but I hope you enjoyed that little tour, and I also hope you're all safe and well. I also hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. See you later guys, bye.